Hello traders, Gary Wagner for Trending Markets just before 11 o'clock in Honolulu, 5 o'clock in New York on Monday, 3rd day of August. As we look at these markets, interesting start of the week. First, we look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Looks like that closed down about 100 points on the day, 17,598. When we take a look at the low, 17,496, and the high was 17,704. Interestingly enough, this has been the chart that we've kind of looked at over the greatest period of time over the last few weeks, because my sense is really what we've had with this market is a downward bias, and we can identify and look at this downward bias simply by looking at these channel lines. We also talked about the fact that they seem pretty solid. Now, this is a short-term chart, 480 minutes in terms of length, but it seems to be pretty eloquent in defining certain areas of support and resistance, particularly top as well as bottom of the channel. Now, if you notice, there's also a midpoint on this particular channel line. Well, there isn't all of the channel lines that we do through the eSignal platform. And interestingly enough, whereas we've had this market genuinely go from the top to the bottom, the top to the bottom, on this particular case, and we'll have to see if it's a one-day wonder, meaning that we firm up tomorrow, or if we continue. But what we genuinely got is this midpoint being resistance for the market. Now, when I look back historically, there weren't any other areas in which we stopped being solid green or solid red. And so that to me is kind of interesting. What I mean by that is if you look, for example, this sell-off here, it's almost predominantly red. You have one green candle in there, so not very much. When we take it from here, it's almost all green. Of course, this was one halfway point here where the halfway was on the upside. That's the only other occasion. But then if you look, you get almost all red. You've got this one green here. You get all green, all red. So the fact that we went green and had such a solid red is not what we have seen within this chart on a technical basis. What information is that telling us? Well, we'll have to see as it unfolds, but it could be signaling some weakness coming into the equities markets. As I said, we'll just have to see how that kind of pans out. Crude oil, my God, that market continues to fall. You know that we are calling for a price point of about 43. We're not in that. I'm hoping some of our traders have continued to maintain the short position, either changed their stops or did something different. But we're now getting closer and closer to the initial target that I looked at, low 45.08. High 46.94. So we've had a $47 a barrel crude oil market today that's now trading at 45, off almost 4% on the day. Tremendous decline in that particular market. Now, we do have a couple of positions on. First, we have a euro-dollar trade. We are short the euro. We're short roughly in this area, a little bit below this point. I believe that we're short roughly at around 109.15, but we do have the market trending lower on the day, although ever so slightly. Same thing with the dollar. We are long the dollar right now, dollar trading at 97.46. I believe we're in at 67, so about 20 points from there. But you can see we are seeing gains in the market, but these gains are ever so slight on the day. Now, of course, we just came from recording the gold forecast where we have the precious metals under some pretty serious pressure. But what I want to take a look at, and we haven't really looked at this in the gold forecast, is this tremendous sell-off that we have seen in platinum. Platinum plunging well below the price of gold. Take a look at it today, down about $21.90, off 2.22%. But it's so far below 1,000. We've seen really, if you consider over the years that there were times, and the majority of times, when platinum was trading above gold, we've had a tremendous inversion in the market. Now, I draw your attention to, let's go ahead and pull up a chart, but I want to convert this chart, of course, into a weekly chart. Excuse me, I meant to say a monthly chart. When we do that, you can see that the one thing platinum has provided is possibly one of the most incredible markets in terms of sell-offs in any commodity I've seen. Consider this. From 2002, when platinum was trading at 400, all the way up to its record top at 2,200 an ounce. That's correct, 2,200 an ounce. That, of course, is when gold moved to 1,900 an ounce. So you can see it was above it by about $400. After it hit that top and started to fall, it fell from 2,200 down to 800. So in other words, it was trading well above the price of gold and then trading well below the price of gold. It's an interesting market and possibly a market we'll take a look at. Of course, we'll do that in tandem with the gold forecast. This would be a trade that I'd want all of us to get involved in, but there's definitely something worth looking at in platinum. For right now, maintain your current short position in euro, maintain your current long in the US dollar. I'm looking for a continuation of crude to trade lower, and we talked about the S&P possibly resulting in some pressure over this week. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for more trending markets. Bye-bye.